Hey guys! So today we're filming a prosthetic tutorial and I am wearing the prosthetic that we're going to be using. So I'm going to give you a list of all the stuff that you're going to need to do this tutorial. It's a fierce jungle cat tutorial, so it's kind of like a sexy cat hybrid thing, but very, very in-depth, and it looks very cool and realistic when you're done. So let's see. You're going to need a prosthetic, of course. This is a latex prosthetic, and I got it at a Halloween store. It's by this company called Wuchi. They have them in small and large, so depending on the size or shape of your face. I got the large one because I figured that it would be like more dramatic that way. And this one was like $10, and I got it at a costume store up here by where I live, and it's really, really cool and reusable. So there's that. You're gonna need spirit gum and spirit gum remover. It's really important because the last time I wore that prosthetic, I didn't use spirit gum remover and it ripped up my skin. So you really need spirit gum remover if you're buying spirit gum. Also, to color your prosthetic, you're probably going to want either a cream makeup. You could probably get away with eyeshadow, but it's going to be a little bit harder. I'm going to be using face paint, just water-based paints. And you can find them at Walmart. I think I started out with ones at Walmart and they have a natural palette there. You just want to make sure that they're water-based and water-activated. Cream makeup is really hard to work with and it moves around. So this stuff will not budge unless you like get water spill on your face or you sweat a lot, but you shouldn't sweat over the prosthetic, so it shouldn't be a big deal. So without further ado, let's get the tutorial started. Hey guys, so to start we're going to put foundation all around our face except for where that prosthetic is going to go, so like right where your cheeks are and your bridge of your nose. And then you're going to spirit gum some little wads of toilet paper or like cotton balls to underneath your nose where this prosthetic is going to blimp out a little bit right there. And if you don't have something propping it off of your skin, it will be so annoying for you, I promise. So you want to try the prosthetic on over your cotton balls or tissue just to make sure that there aren't any edges you should trim, and if there are, then you just trim those before you glue it on. Also, as a side note, my prosthetic is previously colored because I already did this once, but it will be a blank canvas when you get it. So you're going to put the spirit gum on and tap it to make it tacky, and then smooth your prosthetic on from the inside out. From the bridge of your nose out to the edges of your face. And then you're going to tack down any areas around the edges that you didn't necessarily get before, and then just kind of let it set. So now we're going to start laying our color base, and I'm using the whitest, brightest color first and then going to darker colors. So I'm going to put white underneath of my eyes and on the edge of my brow bone up above my eyes also, and clean it up with a brush. And this is really going to be underneath all the details, but it still needs to look pretty coherent. But if it's a little bit messy, that's okay, because it will be covered by meticulous black dots. I used a reference photo for most of this, and it's actually a combination of a jaguar and a cheetah because I took the prominent features from each one that I liked. So just pick a picture that you like or a couple pictures and work off of those. And I would definitely start in the middle of your face around the prosthetic and work my way up and out from there, as opposed to starting like at your forehead and working down. And also, painting your prosthetic at this point, I would go on your skin first and then blend that onto the prosthetic. And you might have to do a couple layers of paint on your prosthetic, like do a layer, let it dry, and then do another layer just to make sure that it's strong and it'll stay on there. But once it sets on your prosthetic, it should be pretty well put for the rest of the night. And for the bottom layer, I like to keep it pretty simple on most of my tutorials because it's going to need to be the easiest to touch up. If you like go and eat or something, you're going to be able to touch it up pretty quickly with this tutorial because it's just a white base around the bottom of your face, and then there'll be some black on your lips later. But we're going to start with our eyes here and kind of wing out our eyeliner in a cat eye, and it's going to be pretty simple, just basic black inside of that shape. And it's going to be the biggest black shape on your face, so it should stick out pretty well in the design. It'll make your eyes look super poppy, considering that the white of your eye is going to contrast with that black a lot. But I'm just filling it in with paint and then letting it dry and putting a black powder over it so that it'll fill in any of the holes that the paint missed or any of the creases where the paint isn't at after I open my eyes. Also, I kind of did a double wing liner, so it wings in the middle and wings out at the edge, and that'll give you that kind of sassy, fierce cat look that we want. So now we're going to start with our nose, and that's where you want to start, is in the center, the biggest feature of the prosthetic, and work your way out with detail from there. That's just the easiest way to do dot detailing. So we're going to do the nose and work on that, and then draw the line down the center of the prosthetic to your mouth, and paint your lips black also. And like I said, most prominent features come first, so those black lines, those really big prominent ones, are what we're going to do next. And then we're just going to start dotting from the bridge of our nose in between our eyes and work our way down and out from there. Also, don't forget to line your eyes with black paint underneath. It might be like on the very edge of the prosthetic depending on the size that you get, but line your eyes with paint and also line your waterline with black liner just to give it that really pop kind of effect for your eyes. And here we're just going to kind of go in that top area that we didn't fill in with white earlier, and fill it in all the way to the bridge of your nose. Finally getting to those details. So here's the first set of lines that I'm doing. And really what you want to do is kind of make it symmetrical, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And actually, if it's less perfect, that makes it look more realistic, seeing as when you look at pictures of cheetahs and of big cats, their spots aren't always exactly symmetrical, but they're pretty dang close. So you're just going to want to do a bunch of random lines and patterns and dots, and just things that are round shaped and organic looking. And work your way from the middle of your face, the outside of your face, just because it's just the easiest way to do this many dots. And this is going to take a while. This took me about half an hour, but I'm pretty meticulous. So if you make bigger dots, depending on the size that you want to do, the smaller they are, the more in-depth it will look. But if you want to do bigger dots to save yourself some time, that's fine too. And a lot of big cats actually have big dots. So you can totally do that and still make this look realistic.